Welcome back to this fabulous channel. Welcome back to our beloved city of Sin. If you guys are new to the channel or stopping in for your first time, my name is Ryan. I will be your host, but today we are here in fabulous Las Vegas. We are filming the abandoned Las Vegas for you guys during this adventure and this trip. So I hope you guys enjoy the upcoming content that we have for the channel. Wanted to say a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. You guys are awesome. Thank you for supporting the channel. It helps bring content like this to you. So thank you for your support. And if you want to help support the channel on Patreon, you certainly can. All you'll need to do is just check the link down below in the description. That will give you the link to the Patreon page, but I appreciate all of the help that I can get. Like I said, right now, the reason why we're here is both my wife and I were laid off. So this is now the only source of income that we have in our family. So that's why I'm out in the city of Sin, taking the chance and taking the risk for y'all, so you guys can stay at home and stay safe. But I hope you guys enjoy this walk down the abandoned Las Vegas Boulevard. They got a bunch of lowriders and stuff today going down the strip. I'm not sure if that was something that they had organized earlier, but that's kind of cool. They saw a bunch of nice lowriders going, a bunch of Impalas, awesome cars. So the Deuce is still running up and down the strip. There's a lot of stuff that is not running though, so just be aware of that if you are coming here. All the casino resorts and hotels are all closed, so if you plan on doing any gambling, staying at one of these lovely resorts, you cannot do that just quite yet. The hotels off the strip, non-casino hotels are still open, so like Embassy Suites, Regency, all those other places are still open. So that's kind of give you a heads up of what to expect if you're trying to come to Vegas during the abandon. So if you are planning to stay at any of these resorts and casinos, you cannot do that. Most of the little off the strip hotel and casinos, they do charge a resort fee, which includes internet usually, and a shuttle to either the airport or to the strip. Now, unfortunately, with the hotel that we were staying at on this adventure, they didn't allow us to do the shuttle because they actually shut it down. So that's why we are walking. We are hoofing it today and going down this fabulous boulevard for you all. Right now, we're coming up by the Palazzo over here, the Palazzo and Venetian. So right there, that would be the Palazzo. You got one of my favorite spots in Las Vegas, Walgreens, to grab your ice cold water or beer. Right now I have a backpack just full of water because it's a hot one today. You said it was supposed to be mid-90s this week and in Las Vegas right now. If you're wondering what day this is, we're actually filming this on Saturday. This would be May the 2nd, and give you an idea for time of day right now. It is about 12:56 p.m. Pacific time. I know I get asked that quite a bit, so that's why I figured I'd kill a few birds with one stone and give you the information right away. It's just absolutely crazy to see how quiet the city is without all the tourists and stuff going down this boulevard. It's nuts. Strip seems to have quite a bit of traffic from what I've seen. Figured it'd be more vacant than what it is, but over on my right here is the famous Mirage. If you guys know the Mirage, the biggest thing that they have there, or the thing that I love the most, would have to be the erupting volcano. Now, I don't know that they're doing any of those things. I think those are all temporarily shut down. Well, all the tourists are gone. So right now we are now at the Venetian. Here is the beautiful gondola boats. However, it is abandoned. Nobody's here, no boats are going, but it is eerily peaceful. It's kind of weird in the same sense to see Las Vegas like this, especially I've been coming here for a number of years, as you all know, with the channel. it's just weird to see it like this. I'm so used to being so crowded that I would be bumping elbows, bumping shoulders with people, and now like literally I am the only one on this boulevard right here. So it's a little bit of an adjustment, but I think that it's a good thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool to explore the city like this, because never would you have an opportunity to enjoy the city without all the tourists and without all the people. So that's one thing that I wanted to get out here for the abandoned, just because I want to take in this experience. This is kind of a once in a lifetime thing. I don't know that this will ever happen again. If it does, it certainly sucks, but oh well. Fountain doesn't have any water in it. Usually this fountain has a bunch of water in it. People are always sitting around here. There's always a bunch of change that's down in the bottom that people throw down there. But right now, I'm not seeing any change or anything like that, so that's kind of different. And then over on my left here, that will take you into the Venetian through the escalators, which is kind of cool. They do have security presence all over, so if you're driving here, if you're a local, they really don't have any parking on the strip for you, so you're gonna have to park somewhere and walk without taking the risk of having your car get towed or anything like that. So just to give you a heads up, if you're planning to come out here, like I said, strip resorts, casinos closed. All the other casinos closed. It's restaurants are drive-through only. There's no sit-down restaurants open. There's no Denny's, no nothing like that. So it's pretty primitive out here, but I kind of anticipated that anyway, and that's why we packed a shitload of camping gear and just decided to go camping through Utah, go camping through Arizona, kind of on the way back to Colorado. But that's more to come. There will be awesome stuff that I have in store for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this walk of the abandoned Las Vegas. Coming up on my left, Madame Tussauds, that's the wax museum. You can find that at the Venetian. You can go left to do that. Over on my right-hand side, over here with the Mirage, that is the famous volcano there. It's awesome to catch that show at night. You can actually feel the heat on this side of the boulevard when that thing goes off. So it's absolutely crazy just to see this stuff not moving and just sitting still. The one thing that I'm curious to see is Lake Bellagio, because the fountains are always going on Lake Bellagio. It'll be kind of different just to be there without the fountains going off, without the presence of people. So it's a little bit different. You do see people every now and then. Here on the boulevard, everybody's trying to take it in and enjoy it for what they are. So there's a bunch of people out here. You will see that from time to time. There's a bunch of bike rentals that I've been seeing going up and down the boulevard too. So I might have to check out what I brought for gear and see if I can make something work to mount this up and get that all going for you. But over to my left, there would be a Denny's here. Like I said, Denny's is closed. White Castle's up here as well, that's closed. So nothing for these restaurants, none of the little souvenir shops are open. So if you want souvenirs during this pandemic, if you're coming here, Vegas Premium Outlet Mall on South Las Vegas Boulevard, they have everything that they have here on the strip down there. Now this is the Casino Royale. I haven't walked through here yet. I will probably have to do a walking tour of this one day, but that day is not going to be today, and it is not going to be during this adventure. However, I do plan on coming back here once the city does open, so we can show you guys the reopening of this fabulous city that we've all come to know and love. Over on my left-hand side, there's Fat Tuesdays. This is where you can get those iced drinks, which would be absolutely delicious right now on this beautiful sunny day here in Las Vegas. There's not a cloud in sight. The wind is a slight breeze, which is absolutely perfect for the audio, perfect for keeping us nice and cool on our walk through this abandoned Vegas. Over on my left is the Best Western Plus, and then Harrah's is right after that. Now we all know Harrah's. We've talked about that many times, But the last time that I was in Harrah's, it actually didn't smell that bad. I'm not sure if they made an adjustment to the scent that they changed, but it actually was kind of enjoyable. This is actually brand new, this LED sign. I've never seen that. We can't wait to welcome you back. I know, I want to be back too. I want to be in there throwing some dice, throwing some craps, just having some fun. But that is not happening. Up here is McDonald's, Panda Express, and Chipotle. They're all closed. I have eaten at the Outback Steakhouse there at the Casino Royale. That is really, really good. So if you want a good lunch spot, that Outback Steakhouse is delicious. But yeah, they are all closed. They got chains all the way across the door. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll kind of go in a little bit closer. But yeah, they've chained the doors and everything. But it just looks like they just shut down and kind of went away for a minute. So a little bit different to see this, especially when you've been exploring Las Vegas for the number of years that I have and come out here and film these adventures and these experiences for you all. So it's really, really kind of a surreal moment right now. I can still get a whiff of Harrah's actually through the doors because it's still pushing out the scent from inside the casino. So like I said, they fixed it a little bit. I mean, it's still not great, but it's not as overpowering and makes you sick like it did when it first changed. Over to the right is the Caesars Forum Shop here at Caesars Palace. We're coming up on Caesars and the Link right now, and I will show you guys all that here to come. So the Daiquiri Bar, again, closed. Pete's Cake up here, closed. But soon, my friends, we will be back enjoying this fabulous city together and doing these walkthrough videos and having a lot of fun out in Las Vegas. 2020 should be a blast. I'm not gonna let the pandemic ruin my spirits, affect how I feel about this city or coming here. During this time, it gives you a different perspective. Normally I'm put up for free by MGM Resorts International. This time I had to spend a little money out of my own pocket for the hotel, but it gives you an experience. It's something that you aren't accustomed to experiencing, and life is all about the journey and the experiences that you have along that journey in your life. Again, the Caesar sign, I don't recall seeing this the last time. That could very well be new. I think it is, but not quite sure. Right now we're approaching the Horseshoe, is what I always call this. The Carnival Court is straight ahead of us there, and they have a cookie dough truck that is parked, the old Volkswagen. It looks pretty sweet though, to tell you the truth. At night, they still keep the lights on. Some of the hotels and casinos put lights on in certain rooms to spell out messages. Last night, the Wynn had some lights on that said back soon or something like that. So that was kind of cool to see. Right now, we are approaching the Link and Guy Fieri's Kitchen and Bar, but this is all closed. Like we said, the abandoned Las Vegas is kind of cool, but kind of eerie in the same sense. It's weird to not hear all the people talking, the commotion going on, people laughing, having a good time. It's just a bit surreal. I know I've said that quite a bit, but it's just weird when you've experienced Vegas for all those years that way, and now it's completely opposite. Like when we were walking down here, I didn't hear any cars, no people, and it was just eerie because all I could hear was nature, which is definitely a cool thing, don't get me wrong. I love nature and I love to experience all that stuff, but it's just weird not seeing all the people that you'd come to expect here in Las Vegas. Over to my right is the end of the Forum Shop over there, and you have the Naboo Hotel, Caesars Palace over to the right. Like I said, they do have cops and security at all the entrances, so if you think you're gonna try and get anywhere in there, you're not. You'll get arrested for trespassing. and a nice trip down to Clark County Detention Center. So if that's your thing and if you want to enjoy that, you certainly can. More power to you, but I'm not willing to do that. Ooh, that sun is beating down today. She is sure spicy out today. That is for sure. It's kind of interesting to see if Caesars will still have the water in their fountains. There's like one of the lowriders that we're kind of cruising down here. There's a bunch of sick rides that everybody had. I do enjoy cars. That's one thing that I love outside of this fabulous city is cars, tinkering with stuff. The UTV video should be out for you by the time you catch this. Let me know what you think of the UTV video. I had a lot of fun shooting that, and my buddy and I thought it would have been a great thing to do. So thanks to Keith. You got to give him props and give him credit because he's the one that talked me into getting it done, and we did it. We had a blast doing it. I've never had more fun in my life than going through the desert on a Polaris RZR. Right now we are coming up on Caesars Palace Drive right here by Caesars and Las Vegas Boulevard. Coming through the link, well, we're not really going through the link, but we're going outside of the link. This will take you down to the promenade, which is all gated off. Can't go down there. In and out's closed down there. Anyway, everything's closed. So that is the link promenade. Up here, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. So you know what that means. If we're getting close to the Margaritaville, that means we're near Flamingo. You got beautiful Caesars over to my right. Omnia is there. I need to start gambling at Caesars a little bit more so I can get my Players Club status up like I do at MGM, but it's just tough. When you're dedicated to one casino and they treat you really well, why would you go to a competitor? So, I don't know, maybe more to come. We'll probably show you some Caesars properties and things like that. I know the kid, he is a Caesars player as well, so he's got a pretty high status at Caesars. So we'll definitely maybe have to do some more collaboration videos with the kid and come out to Vegas a little bit more, but be sure to check out the kid's channel and be sure to support him as well, and all the other YouTubers out there like Matt, Jacob, Derek. They're all good guys. We all have a blast coming out to this city and enjoying it, filming for you all. And once you're part of this YouTube community, it's a great community to be a part of because there's so many awesome people that you get to meet, so many different things to do, collaborating with other people, getting ideas of how they do things. It's just cool. I like doing it. I've enjoyed this adventure, and I enjoy all these adventures, and that's why I continue to do all of this. It's not necessarily the monetary things that enjoy or keep me coming back to Las Vegas. It's the blast that I have doing it. You know, I never get tired of walking this boulevard. I could walk 20 miles a day down this thing and still have a smile on my face. You know, that's one thing about this city. When you've come to grow and come to love this city, it's hard to, what am I trying to say here? It's hard to try and take that away from somebody, but Las Vegas monorail is down as well, but they do have an entrance here at the Flamingo. So we are now passing the outside of the Flamingo, and you can kind of smell the scent from the Flamingo. It brings back a lot of memories. I wish I was inside this. So if you guys like the scents of these resorts and casinos, aromaretail.com actually sells the scents for this. They have a little diffuser. The diffuser is a little bit expensive, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's like $200 or something like that. And then the oils are pretty decently priced, but they're worth every penny. I would definitely do it again if I had to. I do partner with Aroma Retail, so if you do the aromaretail.com, use the old 4K vlogs, and you'll get 10% off your entire order. So thank Christina with Aroma Retail for partnering with us and doing that for you guys and offering you the discount on all the scents that you can get for all the casinos here in Las Vegas. They don't have all of them, but they do have quite a selection, so it's definitely interesting to check out for sure. So now, if you guys remember this part, this is usually where I would exit out of the Flamingo, continue down the Cromwell. Amazing in this city how we always talk about the escalators never seeming to work. Well, now they all don't work because they shut them down. So usually B and C are bitch and complain about that, but there's nothing to bitch and complain about when it's all abandoned. So why would you run electricity to run something when nobody is out? Now we are coming over here by the Cromwell, over on Flamingo in Las Vegas Boulevard. Directly across the street you do have Caesar's Palace, which is pretty cool. Straight ahead here is Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard. I think I already mentioned that. Over to my left-hand side, this is the Cromwell. Cromwell usually has a pretty strong no filming policy, so if you're wondering why I've never done a walkthrough of that place, that's the reason for it. I mean, even Brian Christopher gets kicked out of here, so like they don't allow filming. They have a really strict policy about that, which does suck, but to each their own. I look at it as free marketing, free advertising when I film all these places, because we all know that everybody loves the walkthrough videos. They love seeing the Las Vegas Strip and going up and down Las Vegas Boulevard. But right now we are going to make our way up the stairs, head across Flamingo over towards Ballet's Paris. Across the street would be Bellagio. You got Cosmopolitan. You got a bunch of stuff down here, guys. Like I said, normally I would complain when the escalators don't work, but when nobody's here, there's no real reason to have those things going. Right now we are making our way across the Sky Bridge, across Flamingo right now. So if you guys see that down there, that is Flamingo. And over to my right, that would be Las Vegas Boulevard and the Flamingo intersection. Got the beautiful Bellagio over there. You got Bally's over to my left over here. You have Wahlburgers, a bunch of stuff. Redneck Riviera's over here. They have a bunch of little shops down here. This all filled out pretty decently well. I was surprised at how quick they were able to fill some of the vacancies over there, which turned out to be pretty sweet. So that guy's got a Polaris XP Turbo Razor. That thing would be fun to go rip in the desert. The 1000cc that we had was really fast, but they were saying that the turbo ones are even faster. So I'll definitely have to check that out again for you guys. I know that you guys will love that video. It should be posted, like I said, by the time you guys see this one, it should be posted today, Saturday, May the 2nd. But right now, we are making our way down. See, they've actually closed all this off too. Property closed, roping it all off, so you definitely can't go down that way. I got Ben and Jerry's. I don't know if it's open. The gate isn't down, but actually is open. That's crazy. Well, I guess not everything's shut down here. Ben and Jerry's is actually open, but only allowing one customer at a time because of how small that little shop is. It's a hot, hot day though. That is for sure. This Sky Bridge over to my right here, this will take you over to the Bellagio if you want to go over there. There's a Starbucks right down at the bottom too, for you guys if you guys are coffee lovers. So that's one thing to definitely check out. Lake Bellagio, the fountains are not going off as she is sitting abandoned. Right now we're coming up on one of my other favorites here in Las Vegas, CVS Pharmacies. Another great spot to grab ice cold water or beer when it is open, but unfortunately, since this one primarily only sees tourist traffic, she is closed. Wahlburgers is closed as well. The Sunglasses Hut is closed. So there are a lot of things right now that are closed here in Las Vegas, but some things are open, like I said, but it's pretty primitive right now. Maybe I lied. CVS could be open. Absolute beautiful day. I love the desert because you don't sweat a drop out here because there's literally no humidity in Las Vegas, so that is kind of one of the nice parts. I wouldn't say that there's no humidity. There certainly is a lack of it, that's for sure. I would say usually the humidity in the summertime kind of rolls around 12 to 20% humidity on a given day, sometimes a little bit lower than that. Over on my left-hand side is the beautiful Paris, Las Vegas. I've actually stayed there. It was a good time. Paris is part of Caesars Entertainment Properties, so if you guys were wondering about that, that's who owns Paris. The beer park is a rooftop bar and grill that's straight ahead, and the French bistro restaurant that I cannot pronounce, so I'm not going to try and slaughter it, so you can certainly check that out if you would like. There is the Hex Kitchen and Bar straight up here. It's been here for a number of years. Really good bite to eat. I've had some friends that have eaten there and said that it was good, so I will have to probably do a food video once Las Vegas opens back up again and check that out for you guys. But like I said, it's pretty vacantly bare out here. There's not a whole lot right now. I am in the blistering sun, but I did bring my sunscreen. So remember to bring your sunscreen. Don't get burnt. Don't be miserable on your vacation here in Sin City. Definitely bring the sunscreen. Be sure to drink plenty of fluids. Keep yourself hydrated out in this fabulous city. But it's just weird. Look at this boulevard, guys. I can hear the birds chirping. It is literally that quiet. I don't think you'll ever see Las Vegas like this ever again. It's just nuts. Normally I would just see traffic zooming by. It's just really, really weird. So we'll have to compare this to some of the other strip walk videos for you guys, do some note comparisons, see what you guys think or notice. There's a bunch of stuff that I've noticed. It's just the nature, the birds chirping, the lack of traffic, lack of people. It's been really convenient because I don't have people giving me really odd looks and stares because I'm talking to myself as I'm walking down the boulevard. But oh well, once you see the final product, you'll know what it is and enjoy it from there. But right now we are coming up on Paris Drive and Las Vegas Boulevard. This is coming up towards Planet Hollywood. Over to the right would be the Cosmopolitan. You have Aria coming up, Park MGM, New York, New York, Excalibur, Luxor, Mandalay Bay on the right. And on the left-hand side, like I said, you have Planet Hollywood, and then MGM is a little bit further down. Right now they have this don't walk sign, which generally this would be the point where I always get stopped on these strip walk videos for you guys. So that always is kind of a damper when I'm out here. But right now we're on don't walk, but there's literally no traffic turning left. So we can basically just do what we want, which is kind of nice. And I've always enjoyed just having to be able to have this freedom out here. It's really nice to not have to worry about cars no traffic, other people, running into people, paying attention to what you're doing. It's absolutely beautiful. It's peaceful, to say the least. So Cabo Wabo Cantina, that's up to my left. She's closed, like everything up here. Chick-fil-A down here is closed. The Chick-fil-A on Sahara is actually open. I did go to that Chick-fil-A last night. She was really, really good. I got myself the good old chicken sandwich, the tried and true, one of the best things that you can get at Chick-fil-A, in my opinion. Their grilled chicken nuggets are really good too. Definitely worth trying for sure. Now, remember when I told you about this Chick-fil-A? I did eat at this Chick-fil-A the last time I was here in Vegas in February. Now, it does have its hits and miss. It has the original chicken sandwich is the number one. The number two is the spicy chicken sandwich. And then the number three option that you can get is the fried chicken nuggets, not the grilled ones. So they only have 3 menu choices. I think the reason why they did that was to keep it more simplistic for ordering, for the staff, to make things a heck of a lot quicker, which it does. So that is certainly cool to see. But I would definitely go to the one on Sahara. They have, like I said, a full menu item, and it is 100% authentic restaurant. Like I said, there's no sit-down places that you can do on this boulevard. It is all drive-through. So be sure to note, if you're coming here, I would strongly recommend getting a rental car, just because of that fact. That only places that you can eat, you basically have to drive through. So if you don't have a car, you're pretty much SOL on that one, or shit out of luck. So right over there is the entrance to the Cosmopolitan. Beautiful Bellagio over there. Underneath that Bellagio sign, there's a little walkway that will take you into the Bellagio, and that will put you right by the hotel front desk and the botanical gardens inside Bellagio. Now they do change that up from year to year for you to be able to check it out, do all the different things. So definitely worth going in to the Bellagio each time that you come here, because more likely than not, they would have changed the gardens in there. So right now we are coming up to the point where I would usually exit Planet Hollywood. In February, I think I stayed on the outside of this, but this would usually be where I would come out of Planet Hollywood and continue south down Las Vegas Boulevard for you guys. The tickets booth is still up here, but obviously nothing is being sold because she's all shut down. But soon again, they will start the shows up. The casinos will probably be up before any shows because, as we all know, the social distancing, being 6 feet away from each other, not having more than 10 people in your group or party, which we all know with that probably ain't gonna happen anytime soon. So, like I said, Chick-fil-A up on my left-hand side. I did eat here, it was good, but like I said, very, very limited food menu item. And like you can see here, I will show you that. So, the original, the spicy, and the nuggets. That's all. Pretty primitive, not a whole lot there, but not that big of a deal. So, normally I would take you up this escalator. We would go in through the little strip mall and go check that out. But I'm sure that that's closed, so I'm not going to waste my time walking up there. I'm just going to walk around it. The Pbr Bar and Grill is right over there with the famous bull coming out of the side, which is certainly cool. That Pbr Bar and Grill has literally been there forever, for as long as I can remember anyway. Right now, this would be Harmon Avenue, Las Vegas Boulevard, so if you're wondering where we're at, that is where we are at right now. We're coming up on the intersection. We're going to be making our way up to the pedestrian bridge that will kind of drop us over to the other side of Harmon. And as we're talking about Harmon, the Hard Rock is currently going through a renovation. So they are renovating the Hard Rock that is off of Harmon. If you go down left up here when we get to this intersection, that will kind of take you down to Hard Rock, and hopefully once they get it done, we'll have to check it out, see what it's like, and let you all know. But I will probably switch out cameras right now, so I will pick back up with you in just a second. All right, so we are going to continue this adventure. Had to switch out cameras. It is a pretty smoking hot day here. I did have a little bit of camera problems earlier, but we're going to try and edit that, so nobody should be able to tell. But that is one thing that does stink when you're coming out here in the summertime is cameras. When you're shooting this high of a quality film, it certainly has taken its advantage on your cameras, so that does stink. McDonald's is open. Keith, you gotta go up these stairs, dude. You guys want to be on YouTube? Hey guys. 4K Vegas is the YouTube channel, so if you guys want to check it out, I should have the video up in about a week or so. So yeah, just 4K Vegas. But yeah, definitely check it out. But how's your guys' day going?
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, St. Louis? Man, that's a long venture. Was that about 4 hours?
You have to get us some bike, but that walking.
Yeah. I just brought my skateboard or something.
It ain't.
Yeah,
Y'all looking way different.
Yeah, that's the channel. But yeah, definitely check that out. You'll see you guys in the video. But have a good day, guys.
Yeah, take it easy, yo.
These guys were from St. Louis, eating some food quick at probably one of the only restaurants open here on Las Vegas Boulevard. So definitely have to maybe look at some food options a little bit later. Work our way onto the top to go across this little pedestrian sky bridge and continue our venture down here on South Las Vegas Boulevard. Like I said, normally we would come up this way, check out everything that was up here, but since that's all closed, we didn't even waste our time bothering. So now we are crossing Harmon Avenue. Like I said, Hard Rock will be over to the left that way. There is a Buffalo Wild Wings down there, and I think there's a decent little burrito shop down there too. Nacho Daddy. Sorry if I seem a little bit winded. It certainly was quite the trek up those stairs. But beautiful Harmon Avenue. Right now we're coming up on the Tex-Mex Bar and Grill is what this place turned into. So if you guys remember, this used to be the old Harley Davidson cafe. So that is now gone. And it is now this Tex-Mex. It did sit abandoned for quite some time. All right, so we are continuing our little adventure. Sorry about that. I had to come back because there seemed to be a slight audio hiss with the recorder, so I do apologize about that. Hopefully that will be a non-existent issue here going forward, but we are going to continue our way south down Las Vegas Boulevard. So like I said, the Deuce is still running, so if you guys want to take the Deuce, you certainly can. It is a pretty decent means of transportation, that is for sure. So right now we are continuing our way down Las Vegas Boulevard here. They do have Ray Las Vegas pre-rolls, edible flower, vape pens, medical oil, and pain relief creams. So it looks like they got a little pot store on Las Vegas Boulevard. I know a lot of you guys have asked me to do the dispensaries, kind of talk about legal marijuana and what that's like in the city. I would do that for you. However, most of those dispensaries will not allow you to film inside of them and they do not allow you to take any sort of photos or anything like that. There are deals out there. You can certainly search online if that's what you're into. Like they have, Oasis is a pretty popular one. They have a home of some cheap stuff there too, so you'll have to check them out. Planet 13 is another pretty big one. They have bunches of them here in Las Vegas, so if that's what you're into or if you want to check it out, you certainly can in the City of Sin. It is legal if you're 21 and over. I do want to caution you though, the state of Nevada, the way the law reads is that the only permissible place to use marijuana, you can't do it in public. You can't do it in a hotel room. The only place where it's legal is a private residence. So basically like my brother's house, you could go there and you could smoke, but like if you're trying to smoke out in public, it is illegal. You will get arrested. Well, probably not arrested. You'll get a ticket, I'm sure, but they just look at it to generate more revenue for Las Vegas Metro. Right now, Rockin' Riley's is over on my left-hand side, coming through this other little horseshoe on South Las Vegas Boulevard again. Right now, everything is closed in here. I'm sure Rockin' Riley's is closed. I'll definitely have to check that place out one of these days too. They have little bistro bars and stuff over through here. Fat Tuesdays, that little ice drink place, that's over there too. They are all closed. Right now we are coming up towards the big Park MGM sign and over by CVS pharmacies. CVS pharmacies are open, so to give you a heads up, if you wanted to stop in there, if you're in Las Vegas doing this abandoned adventure with us, or if you're here by yourself, you can definitely stop in those places. Ooh, that wind is definitely a welcomed, enjoying factor on this nice, hot, sunny day here in Las Vegas. Like I said, all these souvenir shops are boarded up, so if you want to get souvenirs here, you can go down to the Vegas Premium Outlet Mall on South Las Vegas Boulevard to get that. Up ahead on my left-hand side is Fat Burger. So if you want to check that out, good bite to eat up there. They have an Indian place, Masala Express. It's usually a pretty busy place. When it was open, there's always tons of stuff going on. And I think on the adventure back, might take a stroll down the other side of the strip and see how that goes. I'm not sure how long these cameras are going to make it, but we'll certainly check it out and see. But yeah, it's odd. It's extremely quiet here on Las Vegas Boulevard. Like I said, barely any people, and the boulevard is pretty much non-existent with traffic. She's pretty empty, vacant, and bare. They did get the Target done though. That was one thing that we wanted to check out. This was under construction in February when we were down here last time. So right after Walgreens, there is a Target now that was in the process of being built in February, and now it has been completed. So we'll have to check that out once it's open. I'm sure it's not quite open right now. They have the signs up for it, but it still says construction zone, keep out. So it's not quite open, but they're certainly getting it done. If you remember, if you watch the strip walk video over the years, the 2017 through 2020 strip walk video, I show you what this place looked like back in 2017. It was quite different. It was a little camera store, so if you needed any camera gear, camera accessories, or something broke, that was always a great spot to go get whatever you needed to fix your broken equipment or just replace it. Now we are coming up on the Ross Dress for Less, coming up on Denny's, and then there's a little food court up here, which I'm pretty sure is probably going to be closed, but I've been surprised. There have been some things open, like McDonald's on Las Vegas Boulevard was actually open, surprisingly. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, CVS. So there are a few things that are open in the city, but not too many. Kind of limited in the options that you do have here in Las Vegas. But the Hard Rock Cafe over on my left-hand side, this place is always booming busy. Same with the Denny's, always really, really busy. This ABC store, you can grab refreshments and souvenir stuff in there when it's open. Like I said, all this stuff is closed now. And like I was talking about earlier, there is a pretty heavy police presence here on Las Vegas Boulevard. So right now this intersection is Park Avenue, Las Vegas Boulevard. Right over there is Park MGM. Coming up here is New York, New York, with the famous roller coaster on top. And then down a little bit further over here, we will kind of make our way down towards the MGM. Now, if you guys know this strip walk, we did start a little bit further down than what we've done in prior years. The only reason for that is I was actually staying right down by the Wynn and Encore for our hotel. So that's the reason for starting this strip walk video a little bit further down and keeping it going. But yeah, the food court's closed up here as I anticipated. Not a whole hell of a lot going on here. Like I said, she's pretty abandoned. There are people out here, but few and far between compared to, how's it going? Compared to what it normally is here in Las Vegas. So it's interesting to say the least, but I think what we're gonna do is maybe put up a live stream for you guys and walk down Las Vegas Boulevard and film this stuff live. And then I'll put up this video for you guys shortly afterwards. So the food court is closed, but they are open 24/7 usually when the Boulevard's open. So you could always certainly do that there and check that out. They have a bunch of different food options there actually. Coming up here on the Adidas store, T-Mobile store, and they have an American Eagle live cam that I should be on right now actually, as we're headed down Las Vegas Boulevard here towards the great home base, MGM Grand. That's usually where we end the strip walk video. So I would just like to again thank all of my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If you guys made it to this part of the video, thank you for watching it all the way through. I greatly appreciate it. But thank you for coming along with me on this abandoned Las Vegas strip walk video for you guys. But as always, my name is Ryan. I will be your host for all of these epic adventures through Las Vegas. So if you guys want to check out the channel, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Like, comment on this video, share it with your friends and family. But until next time, my name is Ryan. We will see you later.